Apologize for that. I did not get a countdown. So welcome back to our longevity, the Y.E.S longevity podcast, where we give you insight on how to get fit, feel younger, and live better. I've got 3 or 4 things here on this Thursday afternoon as a little housekeeping. First, we've got a special referral program starting in May 1st, on May 1st. And who wants to exercise for the summer free? That's right. Anyone can exercise for the summer free. Give us a referral. If that referral becomes a client, your exercise for the summer is on us. So that's one way to stay motivated. Come and exercise for free. Second, we've got a tapas cooking party on May 19th at the New James Bistro in Winstead. You can find information out about that in our emails. You'll see some links in our emails. Stop by the facility. Give us a call if you're interested in finding some new Smart Start appetizers. It's a great time, great food. Learn how to cook these appetizers and build on your healthy menus. And then finally, June 1st, we kick off our Summer Sizzler. Summer Sizzler is a 30-day program to help get your bodies ready for that summer, for that 4th of July week. Melt away the fat, build some muscle, take off some inches, and be able to enjoy all your summer activities with some confidence and feeling good about yourself. So that starts on June 1st. You'll see information on that on our Facebook page, our emails in the studio. Give us a call if you're interested. So today, I want to discuss some very cutting-edge information on longevity. Now, there's many different theories about longevity, and in the end, it all comes down to how we can affect it is basically our lifestyle. But over the last 20 years, scientists have figured out that there are universal resistors to aging. It's in yeast, it's in mice, it's in worms, and it's in humans. And these universal resistors respond to how we eat and how we exercise. So there are 3 pathways that they took a look at, or have taken a look at, and one is AMPK. The second is Sirtuins, and the third is mTOR. And what I would like to do is to talk about Sirtuins with you today, because Sirtuin pathways are the ones that right now we can affect in our lifestyles with nutrition and exercise. So about 20 years ago, they discovered Sirtuins in yeast. And what they do is they are in all organisms and plants, and they help stop with deterioration and with disease. So they protect plants and organisms like ourselves, and they're the same in plants as our wells, as I mentioned before. And they're thought of as Sirtuins are thought as of like the housekeeping genes, because they're involved in numerous cellular and organismal functions like metabolism, cellular health, inflammation, and longevity. So sometimes Sirtuins are also discussed as or thought of as the longevity genes. So what are Sirtuins? Sirtuins are a family of proteins. And when I talk about proteins, I'm not talking about dietary proteins like you would have in meats and eggs and fish, things like that. We're talking about molecules, okay? So, and these proteins are family proteins that play a role in the aging regulation in our cellular health. They're responsible for really critical biological functions of like DNA expressions and aspects of aging. However, Sirtuins can only function in the presence of NAD, which is, this is a tongue twister, is a mouthful here. Nicotinamide adenine dinucleotide. And I will not say that 3 times fast. But that's a coenzyme that's found in all cells. If you didn't have NAD in your system, in your cells, you would not live. You wouldn't last 30 seconds. So it's extremely important, NAD. So let's try to not talk too much science like this. Let's think about the body as like an office, okay? So in an office, there are all different departments. In each department, like payroll, marketing, productions, human resources, all these departments, number one goal is to improve the profitability of that organization. Okay, so in our cells, think of our cells of like an office. So in cells, there are all different functions that go on, that their number one goal is to improve the cellular function, the health of that cell, for that cell to be able to be healthy and do what it's supposed to do. So you've got in the office, you've got the CEO that runs all these departments. And in the cells, you have Sirtuin genes that run the cell. So in the cells, there's 7 Sirtuin proteins. So there are 3 types of Sirtuin proteins in mitochondria. There are 3 in the nucleus, and there are 2 in the cytoplasm. And basically what they do is they remove acetyl groups from the lysine residue and allow the cells to do their jobs correctly. So that's a little bit of science there, but that's basically what they do, is they kind of clean out the cells. So if you were to think of in the office, all these different departments get paid for by money. In the cells, think of NAD as the money. They kind of pay the cells or the Sirtuin pathways or genes to be able to do what they're supposed to do. So they kind of do their jobs like that. So the problem, the issue here is that as we age, we lose NAD. NAD reduces in our cells. So when we turn age 50, we have about 50% of what we had when we were 20. That's why we don't function as well. We don't have as much energy. We don't move as well. We don't think as well as we did when we were 20, because we don't have the NAD in our cells, particularly in the mitochondria. And the mitochondria are the parts of the cells that are kind of like the energy part of the cells. They help us with produce energy. So they're like the batteries of our cells. So think of a battery as it ages, it starts to lose some of its oomph, some of its power. Same thing with our cells. As the NAD goes down, as in a battery, the cell loses some of its oomph. So what can we do about this? How can we boost NAD? And that's what I really want to talk to you about today, is what can you do to boost your NAD naturally, okay? So there are supplements that you can take. NMN. NMN is a cell, is a molecule that you can take that will boost NAD. Research has shown that by taking 1 gram of NMN per day will help boost your NAD. The problem with is NMN supplements are very expensive. It's extremely expensive, and there's other ways that you can boost your NAD without having to take NMN. So one way to boost NAD is to take NR, or nicotinamide riboside, which is NR. I may pronounce that wrong, but it's a tongueful. And it's a mouthful right there. So you can take NR supplements, okay, which act as similar to NMN supplements, but you can also get NR in cow's milk, okay? So this would just be straight up cow's milk. And in this instance, you don't need to go organic, because organic cow's milk does not have as much NR as regular cow's milk. And then milk such as cashew milk or almond milk, soy milk, they don't have NR in it at all. So if you want to boost your NAD through milk, you can do it through milk. So milk gets a little bit of a star today, whereas many times it's been taking a beating in today's today's world as far as being healthy. And then a second way to boost NAD is through taking a supplement, niacinamide or B3. It's part of the niacin group, B3. And again, supplements can become expensive and you may not know exactly what's in the supplement. So one way to get some B3 is by intake of turkey, chicken, salmon, broccoli, cauliflower, and spinach. So those are all things you can put into your diet that's going to help boost NAD in your system. The third way to boost NAD is through a B complex, B1, B2, B6. So taking B complex, again, taking a supplement, you can do it that way, or you can get it through your foods. And we love to get these things through our foods because we don't get just the things that help boost NAD, but we get all the other nutrients in our bodies that we need. So B complex, you can get it from spinach, lima beans, turkey, sweet potatoes, nuts, pumpkin seeds, broccoli, eggs, and brown rice. All those foods are foods that we've talked about before that are good for longevity, or good for longevity in a sense it can help boost NAD. Fourth way, I think we're up to our fourth way now, to boost NAD is through tryptophan. Why can I not say this today? Well, it's what's in turkey when you get tired. For some reason, it's not coming off the tip of my tongue right now. But you know, when you eat turkey and you feel tired afterwards, that's what you're looking to boost. So you can get that from milk, turkey, oatmeal, chicken, almonds, chickpeas, and dark chocolate. So all those things you can get. Then you want to take a look at vitamin D. So again, you can do vitamin D supplements. You might want to check with your physician first to make sure that your vitamin D is low, or you can just go outside and get some vitamin D. Certainly there's some hazards about going outside with, you know, the sun, but you want to get outside some to boost your vitamin D. And then there comes resveratrol. So resveratrol we thought of as an antioxidant all these years, and it's the resveratrol in our red wines that are helping us live longer. And they thought it was because it was an antioxidant. Well, it's really a very mild antioxidant. Resveratrol is really sort of the gas pedal. You think of it as a gas pedal for NAD. So we use resveratrol to press on the gas, and the NAD is the gas to make the cells to do what we want them to do. So how do we get some resveratrol into our diet? You can take supplements again, or you can just, you know, eat some grapes and berries in your diet every single day, and that will help increase your resveratrol, which will help also increase your NAD and have the cells work better. And I've saved the best for last. Of course, that would be exercise, because exercise is kind of a double whammy here. So exercise can boost your NAD through aerobic and anaerobic exercise. So aerobic exercise would be riding your bike, going for a run, hike, swimming, all that kind of stuff. And as we know that interval training is better for improving aerobic capacity and all those types of things. So we're just going to leave it at that for today, that aerobic activity. And then there's anaerobic activity, such as interval training and strength training. That's why we've talked about the studies that show, you know, strength training increases our chances to live longer and healthier life. So what exercise does is, why it's a double whammy, why it's just doubly good, is one, it increases the number of mitochondria in our cells. So you talk about the mitochondria, they're in the cells, they have the NAD, and the NAD in the mitochondria, which do the Sirtuin pathways. So it increases the mitochondria in your cells, and it also increases the size of the mitochondria. So now we have even larger mitochondria, and we have more NAD in our body. So exercise is super important. So the other thing that exercise does is that it activates the enzyme NAMPT, which produces NAD. So, exercise, if you can do one thing on this list, you want to exercise, because exercise is probably one of the most important things to increase your NAD. So I'm also going to give you a list. Here's a list of some Sirtuin foods, some foods that are really good with the Sirtuin pathways. We got about 10 things for you, and not any specific order. Number one is just the first one on our list is blackcurrant. Then we've got green tea, dark chocolate, kale, olives and extra virgin olive oil, parsley, capers, onions, turmeric, and fish oil. So you want to try to get these foods and the foods I just talked about a few minutes ago into your diet on a regular basis. And that's what you can do in a natural way to increase your NAD. Help your body fight the aging process with food and exercise. And these Sirtuin pathways, scientists believe, are the key to the anti-aging process. So I hope I gave you some very useful information that you can put into effect tomorrow to help improve your chances to live a long, healthy life through nutrition and exercise. If you have any questions on any of these items or the Sirtuin pathways, hit me up on Facebook. Give us a call at Y.E.S Fitness, 860-673-4293. Email us, whatever it takes to get that question to me. I'd be more than happy to help you with that. So that's what I'm going to wrap up with today. If you have any other information, any other questions, give me a call. And look for us next Wednesday. Look for us next Tuesday at 3:30, where we help give you more insight on how to get fit, feel younger, and live better. Thanks for watching.